Hello and welcome to this Warhammer 40k League video with me, Xenovids. Now today we're going to focus on some Space Wolves, my Space Wolf army, which is 2,000 points, and it's going to feature in the up and coming 40k League that me and my friends are doing. A little sneak peek of what I've been up to at the moment. Been working on some Tyranid models and sorting them out. But this video is going to focus purely on Space Wolves. So let's take a look at the army and some tactics that I'm going to be using when I battle. So here is army number 1, my Space Wolves. I'm going to go into detail about each unit in their force organisation slots as well, and talk about the tactics I am going to employ in our battle league. So we've got quite a lot of infantry and not a lot of vehicles. Okay, so I'm going to go into detail now with the HQ units. So here are my HQ units for the Space Wolves. I'm going to have as the Warlord, Najal. He comes in at 245 points. Now the reason I like Najal is because he's got all these crazy abilities that can affect your opponent. And the model looks amazing. Now what I'm going to do, tactics with Najal, I'm going to bring him up the field. My opponent's going to know he's there and he's going to have to deal with him and his abilities. But I'm also going to put him in a unit of Terminators to try and make him more survivable. And then hopefully do Jaws of the Wolf and lots of other psychic powers on my opponent. Okay, the second HQ is a Wolf Lord. He's going to be equipped with Melter Bombs, a Thunderwolf Cavalry Mount, and Storm Shield and Frost Axe. Moving Najal out of the way. Now the reason I've put him on a mount is to give him maneuverability. What I want him to do is be able to be quite versatile in how I use him. So, when it comes to certain missions and certain armies, the Melter Bombs will be excellent for me if I come against vehicles, so I can run up the field and Melter Bomb them. Or if he decides to use drop pods or deep strike towards me, whatever reason, I can use the Melter Bombs to do that. And then he's got a Storm Shield for protection and a Frost Axe to deal out some deadly damage. Let's have a look at that detail on the axe. I also like this model. I do love the Space Wolves. They're unique. They're Vikings in space. Let's come out of that. Okay, so we have Najal and Thunderwolf Wolflord. And that is my HQ unit. So here is my Elite's choice. I'm going to have a unit of Terminators and a Dreadnought in a drop pod. The unit of Terminators aren't going to be equipped how they are. I've just modelled them to make them look awesome and unique. Grab the details on there. Unfortunately it's just fine cast, so he's got a slightly bent hammer. So, what I'm going to have with the Terminators, I'm going to have 5 of them. 2 of them are going to be equipped with Terminator armor and combi melters and their normal power weapon. One's going to have a combi melter and a storm shield. One is going to have an assault cannon, and another one is going to have a thunderhammer storm shield. Now they're equipped for different things. They're going to be with Najal, able to shoot and also deal some damage. So they are there to be the bodyguard of Najal, and then if they do manage to get into close combat, they can do what Terminators do best. Okay, so here we have the Dreadnought what I've done, I've taken a venerable dreadnought, I've attached a wolf banner onto him, which comes in any of the troop packs, and I've managed to cut down some of the, let's come out of that, these claws. I had some left over, so I was able to cut them down and put them onto him. So, a dreadnought is equipped with a heavy flamer and a melter and comes with a standard drop pod. Now, he's got a heavy flamer so that they can deal with any troops, and a melter so that I can deal with any vehicles that I want. So again, quite versatile. He'll come in either in turn 1 and be able to take something down immediately. And now we move on to the troops choices. What I've got is 2 full squads of 10 Grey Hunters. These ones here. And these ones here. They're equipped with a plasma gun and a melter gun each. Now, the Grey Hunters can have a special weapon like a plasma gun, and if you have a squad of 10, you can have one for free, which is brilliant, and another reason why I love Space Wolves. Then, in the back, I've got a drop pod with 5 Grey Hunters, and what they've got there is they've got a squad leader with a power fist, one has a melter gun, and one has a plasma pistol. Their job is to come in whatever turn they roll in. It won't be turn 1 because that'll be my dreadnought, and they can either go for an objective or just really go for some high target that a plasma, melter or power fist can take down. So another reason why I like the Space Wolf is because I can disrupt and drop pod and do a lot of damage. Moving on to the fast attack now. I'm going to take 2 land speeders. Now they are quite weak in armour and low in hull points, but it's all about disruption and giving my opponent something to think about. Now these are both equipped with 2 multi-melters. This one does have missiles on, but I've made him look awesome and I've done some conversion work on him with some weapons. So they're going to be equipped with 2 multi-melters. They're not in the same squad. They're 2 separate ones, so I can have one on each flank and just go up for his vehicles and just take down those hefty vehicles. My opponent does like to take a lot of vehicles for his armies, and also a lot of monstrous creatures, so melters and high strength weapons are going to do a lot of damage. So these are just throwaway units with some melter. And finally, here is my heavy support choice. Now, Space Wolves don't have access to any flyers, and in our league we don't take allies. It is just a pure army. You can take dual force organisation, but you can't have allies. So this is where the big guns are. So the first thing I purchased was an Aegis defence line. I need something to tackle those flyers and flying monstrous creatures. We have 1 squad of long things here, 2 las cannons, 2 missiles, just to set the standard up. And here we've got the same, 2 las cannon and 2 missiles. In the back is a Predator with side las cannons and keeping its, I think, auto cannon on top. Now, the tactics I'm going to take with these is I'm going to put them all behind the Aegis defence line. They are just going to be there to rain down lots of death and firepower. One of the squad leaders in the Long Fangs is going to operate the Aegis defence line, meaning I'm going to get a lot of good shots off with it. Now, I can take down flyers with the quad gun, and then these 2 units can then focus on any vehicles or terminators or anything I really want. And that is the heavy support. Okay, so there we have it then. We've got a lot of infantry models, not a lot of vehicles, but I have a lot of firepower with las cannons, long fangs, melters, so that hopefully that can take away some dangerous vehicles and then start pipping away at their infantry models. I've got 2 squads of 10-man Grey Hunters. They're going to hold objectives, and the Space Wolves is just about dealing out damage by shooting and holding objectives. And I'm hoping that Aegis Defence Line and Quad Gun can take down some flyers and flying monstrous creatures as well. Okay, so thank you for watching. I've been Xenovids. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. Up and coming videos will be about my Eldar army and my Tyranids army for the League. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.